Hey folks, this is Rob at Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and today we're going to find out how many clay pigeons we can break with a 500 Smith & Wesson. Stick around. Alright, so if you do a search on YouTube, there's one video on there right now. It was done by the Gould brothers with the help of Dustin Ellerman from Top Shot, where they try to see how many clays they could break with a 500 Smith & Wesson. And if you look in that video, they're using an 8 3/8 inch barrel, and I'm sporting a 10 1/2. And they did it twice. They did 2 shots. They did a 400 grain semi-jacketed soft point, and then they did a 440 grain hard cast solid lead. Both shots, they broke 102 clays exactly. So that kind of got me thinking, what's going to actually do better, heavier or lighter? Well, let's see how we have this all set up. Right here I've got 2 cases of clays. And you'll see we have them marked every 10, so to make it a little bit easier for counting. So we've got 180 set up, and we've got a second 2 cases for the second shot. And here's what we're going to shoot. We are going to shoot a 700 grain hard cast, because that's the heaviest bullet that you can shoot in a 500 Smith & Wesson. And we're going to shoot a 275 grain. And these don't look tremendously different when you look at them like this, but when you look at the actual bullet, here's the 700 grain, and it gets seated into the brass up to that line. Here's the 275. It only gets seated up to that line. So you actually only have about 1/8 of an inch of the bullet inside the casing. And what that does is it gives you a ton of room for powder. So if you're not a reloader, I'll give you a little bit of a context for how much powder this is. This is holding 44 grains of powder. 44 grains is my favorite load in 6.5 Creedmoor, which is a hunting rifle that's used for deer and elk and all kinds of medium to large game animals. And we've got the same volume of powder in this casing. There's a vast difference between rifle powder and pistol powder. Pistol powder burns at a much faster rate and creates pressure much quicker. So this is the same amount of powder as a 6.5 Creedmoor, but of a lot hotter powder, and it's going to be pretty snappy, I think. So this will be really interesting. So what's going to do the most? Is it going to be speed or weight? Well, we're going to find out right now. Okay, before we get started, I want you to notice that we've got a big hillside behind us, and on the back side of this private property is miles and miles of gated timberland. So we're very safe shooting into this mountainside. This is not going to go anywhere. So we're going to go ahead and just take the shot. Alright, up first, we're going to shoot the 700 grain and see how many clay pigeons we can break with that. Whew. Alright, let's see how many we killed. Alright, we can see up to at least 50. They're completely crushed. But I think after that we started just knocking the center out. Yeah, the centers are all knocked out. Yep. 60. Wow. So here's 70, 69, 68. 67, 66, 65, 64. So it appears that we only broke 64, and there's our bullet. Look at that, completely coated in black. I'm really surprised that we only got 64 clays with that big 700 grain bullet. Very surprising. So we haven't broke the record yet. Obviously we didn't even actually come that close. So we'll get set up now for the next shot for the 275 grain. We'll be right back with you. Alright, so that 700 grain was kind of disappointing, only killing 64 of them, but Let's see what that 275 will do better. Maybe velocity is king when it comes to this. Well, let's see what that did. Whoa. I'm almost scared that it didn't do as well. So here's all the crushed ones. Oh my goodness. So that's 40. $39, $38. We only broke 37 that time. So we're knocking the centers right out, so the bullet should be right in here. Although those bullets were hollow points, it's very possible that they could have just come apart. They could have just fragmented. We're going to go ahead and pause the camera and dig around, see if we can't find it, and we'll come back to you. So we had a very weird, bizarre result with that last shot with the 275. As you saw, the last several clays had the centers broken out of them, so the bullet did not leave. It didn't go anywhere. But we sifted through all the leftover pieces and we never found the bullet. The only thing I can think of is because this is a hollow point and it's being pushed so hard and so fast, is that it came apart. And obviously we still have a ton of clays left, so, and we didn't have the GoPro going actually that time. So I'm gonna do the shot again because I want to find the bullet. And or if I don't find the bullet, I feel like that really kind of confirms the results, that it just really came apart. So let's try it again. All right, we're gonna try another shot with these 275 grains and see if we can actually find a bullet. If it does it again, I'm gonna determine that these hollow points are just moving too fast and coming apart. It's the only thing it can be. Alright, so we had 2 clays before the 40. Here's the 70, so that'd be 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, which we've now equaled the last shot. Oh, 37, that's equal. 38, 39, 40, 41. And there's the bullet. We actually found the bullet this time. Where that first one went, I don't know. But that was, what did I say, 38?
40.
40? Oh, 40, yeah. Actually, I think that got to 41 because we're only one before the 80. So, 41 that time. So, I don't know if these are just thicker clays or what happened. But at least we recovered that bullet. So, well, we didn't get the results we expected. I figured with a longer barrel and either going way heavier or way lighter that we would surpass what the Gould brothers did. And we didn't come even close. I don't know what their loads were. I don't know what kind of clays they're using. I don't know if my clays are maybe thicker or what. I'm not going to try to make excuses. I just flat out don't know. But it was still interesting to see and to test out and see how many clays we could go through. I'm going to go back and watch their video. And I'm going to see if I can figure out what kind of clays they're using, maybe what brand, or even I'll reach out to them and see if I can get some of those and redo the test to see if I get the same results or not. Either way, it was still fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I remind everybody that as we approach 500 subscribers, I'm going to be announcing very soon a 500 subscriber giveaway. I've got a couple things in mind. I might give out more than one thing. Either way, there's going to be some cool things I'm going to send out to subscribers to celebrate that 500 mark. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe or hit the bell notification, and you could do so, it'd really help me out tremendously. And I hope to see you on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.